Hi everyone. So before you watch this, I just wanted to mention that I did make a full day review, and I went over the whole ES, the whole NQ, but when I was going over the ES, my OBS was recording the NQ, and then I switched it to the NQ while I thought I was going over the ES, and so ultimately none of what I went over was recorded. But I did already make the whole review. I'm not going to do it again. So you'll hear me talk about the review that I made in the trades later, but there is no review. It got messed up while recording it, so there's no review today. And just enjoy these trades, and I really hope it helps out. Sorry that there's no review. I already made a 45-minute review, but none of it got recorded. So anyway, I really hope you enjoy this video, and thank you for watching. Hi everyone, taking another trade here, and I can see that there's support I'm entering into, but I'm looking at bigger things here. So this uptrend has a break, first attempt higher, second attempt higher up to here, great reaction, holding under this high right here, and I am looking to get in on this second leg down here. And so basically overall, this uptrend from the lows, so here up to here, has a two-legged break, and then this is our first attempt at a new high, and now we are likely to get a second attempt at a new high, which, you know, this right here, these two legs are the initial second attempt, so first attempt, second attempt, but it's already failing at where I'm entering, and so we're likely to get a larger two-legged break before continuing higher. And yeah, which I need to set this. I was not intending to go for that much or that much. So we're going to be going for 1-to-1 here. Oh, whoops. I can't grab it. There we go. And yeah, so we're getting in on this second leg down, looking to keep it within this measured move. And yeah, we do need to get through some support here, but you know, considering it's, you know, the overall context, this uptrend is played out with a break in a new high, and we just are getting this failure. I believe that it's, you know, it's totally fine to break through this, you know, these couple swings here. We have this larger measured move in play, and yeah, that's what I'm looking to get out at. And you know, this video is I'm already uploading my, you know, the main video from today to YouTube with all the trade recordings and the review, and so this will just be uploaded in a separate video. And yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let y'all enjoy this trade. I don't really have much else to say. You know, again, the uptrend, so basically it has a two-legged break because initially, you know, price broke down to here, so we have our first leg down and then our second leg down, so the uptrend got a two-legged break, two attempts at a new high with a strong failure, and we're just continuing down with that failure, making that second leg down. So first leg down, two-legged break, second leg down. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and just mute the mic here, and I'm gonna let y'all enjoy this trade, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Hi everyone. So I just entered another trade, which I need to stop because I'm limited on time. I actually have to go, but I keep taking trades. Um, and so basically, what we're doing here is, just let me get my. All right, I'm just gonna play it like that. So, oh whoops, there we go. So we have this larger measured move still in play. Now the red one was just met. I just exited the other short right before this red measured move here, which this red measured move formed in the middle of that trade. And so I got out, and then as soon as it met it, it immediately reversed and went into this two-legged move higher here. I got in slightly below, and then after entering, it reached this upper trend line here. And so this is just another quick trade I'm entering. You know, we still have this larger measured move in play. This downtrend is in play. Price can't get above this level here. There's obvious resistance here. And I'm just looking to, to get another one-to-one trade down to this measured move that hasn't been met yet, this blue one. And so that's the idea behind this trade here. And I'm just going to go ahead and, which it looks like it could end up being pretty fast here, but I'm just going to let y'all enjoy this trade just like in the other one. And I'm going to combine them into one. I'll just have a second video for today. And yeah, so I'm going to unclutter some of this here just to explain it easier. But initially, like within this downtrend, we have this downtrend, we have a two-legged break up to there, first attempt lower, second attempt lower. So at this point, when I got out of this first trade here, this initial downtrend played out with two legs to a new low, and then these two legs up here are part of the reversal. Okay, now I exited the first trade after this leg down here. However, you can tell that these bodies are above these ones, so that it's still part of that same two-legged move. And so it's still part of the same two-legged reversal, which is why it's still valid to enter short on it. And so we got the measured move. It's in the downtrend. It's also, which I entered before it tested up here. I knew it might test up here, and I was okay with that. Also entering underneath here in case of a retest, which if we end up getting that retest here, it's off of the channel highs, or excuse me, the range highs and the channel highs. And yeah, so that's the idea behind this trade. It's just another second entry with the overall trend that price is reversing into, unable to get above this level here with this larger measure move in play. So just wanted to explain that and share another trade. We just got out, as you can see. And yeah, so now that we have two significant attempts, which I'm going to unclutter this because I want to explain the bigger picture a bit. So we got to combine those two red legs into one. And so what we have here is a downtrend with a break. So this is our initial downtrend, which I'm going to draw out just to make it a little clearer. So here's our initial downtrend. We got our break. And then this is our first attempt at a new low, because we had those initial two attempts, but since we got two attempts to reverse, we got to combine those into one. And then this right here that we got in on is the start of that second leg down. So we have a downtrend with a break, first attempt lower, and then second attempt lower. So we're getting those bigger picture new low attempts in order to reach this wider blue measured move here. And at this point, now that we have two attempts, there's basically no safe way to enter short. Even if we got two legs back up, I still wouldn't want to enter short on that right now, because this downtrend has two major attempts to play out, making a new low. So a reversal higher is much more likely at this point, a much significant reversal higher. And so, this could be the start of the second major leg up, because now that this downtrend, which is the break of this uptrend, has played out with two legs to a new low, it just makes it more likely to get the start of this second leg up. So, we'll see how price reacts. It might end up needing to reach all the way down here before doing so. So, we'll see. But if price does reach down here, in order to enter short again, we would need two legs up with a clear hold, no measured move trades here after, at this point. Because if it has the two attempts and you try to enter on a measured move on a direct reversal, then that's just kind of how you get stopped out. That's just not the best way to enter measure moves. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video here. I really appreciate you watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Hi everyone, I'm just doing a quick outro here because the original one is not available anymore, but I do want to make a quick announcement. So I am doing a new experimental service. I'll just be answering email questions, so you can send in your chart questions, attach photos, and I'll respond to you. Now, I've never done anything like that. I've done something like that one time with one person, and just to, it was just experimental to see how it is, but at the time I really couldn't dedicate time to it. But now I have, now that's something that I'm able to do more. And so it's just experimental. I'm only allowing 10 people in, and the link is in the description. It's not the cheapest thing in the world. And yeah, so it's just experimental. I'm not sure how long I would keep doing this for. I might not do it longer than this 1 month, but I might end up continuing with it. I just am not sure how it's going to go. I'm not sure how people are going to ask questions, how long the questions are going to be, how long it's going to take to answer. It's something I have to find out before I really nail it down. So it's just experimental. If you want to join, you can. It's going to fill up very fast. So I'm only allowing 10 people in. And so, I just don't want to, I don't want to let in so many people and then it end up being way more work than I think. And so I'm only allowing a very small volume of people into that. So anyway, that's just experimental. If you want to check that out, then you can check that out. It's in the description. It's not on my main site. It's on a separate site, just because it's just easier that way. So anyway, I really appreciate you watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.